Nick Irvin made much more of his life than just a former basketball star from Chicago who never made it to the NBA. He carried on his basketball legacy, which was passed down from his father, the godfather of Chicago basketball, Mac Irvin. He grew up in a basketball family, and his father was the head of Mac Irvin Fire, the premier AAU team in Chicago. If you were co-signed by him, you were official. All of his sons played collegiately, and his brother, Byron Irvin, made it to the NBA with the Trail Blazers and the Washington Bullets, so Nick had a lot to live up to. He started his freshman year at St. Martin de Porres under his dad's direction because none of his brothers did. But ultimately, his home was Carver High School on the south side of Chicago. Under his new coach at Carver, Nick thrived and got the green light. His range was from the parking lot, and his flashy play got him some new nicknames like Nick the Quick, Nick the Phenom, Nick the Shot Thief. But one name that always stuck was Flamethrower. He looked to smash all of Carver's records held by Tim Hardaway and Terry Cummings. For his career, he averaged 30 points and 10 assists, and for a long stretch during his senior season, he averaged a whole whopping 45 points per game. At 5'10", he was a little on the chubby side, and not a lot of teams wanted to take a chance on him. He wanted to go to DePaul, but one guy who always took a chance on players was Jerry Tarkanian at Fresno State. At first it was hard, and Nick found himself in an unfamiliar position on the Fresno State bench, and playing time had to be earned. And when he got out there, he quickly became a fan favorite, showing off his Chicago flashy skills. And he thrived on giving the people what they wanted.
I'm a little flashy. I like to, growing up, they come with never cheat the people. Give the people what they can see.
His time at Fresno State came with ups and downs and some trials and tribulations, especially with his weight. At 5'10", over 220 pounds, he struggled with not being in basketball shape.
Legal conditioning. I always played pickup in Chicago, And when I got here, I should have been in better shape, but I wasn't. It took me a long time to get in shape. Now I'm coming on getting in shape.
Being a natural scorer, he also struggled with the coach turning him into a pass-first point guard.
Like, man. I mean, it's funny, I love Coach Dosunmu, and when you talk to me, I gotta tell you serious. I love Coach. I just love him.
You could tell that those Fresno State days were some of the most fun he had in life, and that inspired him to go into coaching. In 2008, he got the job with the Mustangs at Morgan Park High School in Chicago, his hometown. In 12 seasons, he didn't lose less than 20 games per year, and he went back-to-back twice, winning 4 state titles. Throughout the years, he coached some great talent that went to college. Guys like Marcus Levette and Wayne Blackshear and Dosunmu. With all that success, his friend Coach Rob Jeter called him to take the job as assistant coach at Western Illinois. It was one of the hardest decisions to leave his high school team, and with his parents dying and his dad's dream being him coaching in college, he decided to take the chance. He helped Western Illinois improve their record from 10 wins the previous season. He then bankrolled that into another job as former Duke star and Arizona State coach Bobby Hurley called him to join his staff 4 years ago. He enjoys mentoring young men, and he loves the moment. And even when Coach Hurley got ejected, he led them to a win after the ejection on the bench. An example for many and an inspiration to all. Don't be surprised if you see him as a head coach on the bench of a college team or an NBA team. He came a long way from that chubby kid with the flamethrower. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Peace and blessings.